experience. And so, yeah, I mean, that's where I'm at today. I kind of do all this stuff. But after I did, let's see, I learned the scene, learned the code, did all that. Then I learned Blender. And then, oh, okay. So this is what really led to the static and where we're at now. I will stop and take a breath for a minute and let you guys ask any questions before I go down that one. I'm going to grab a little drink too.
I just have something to add to it. Listening that
Take a breath, dude. Epic. I mean, that is absolutely that was
it's
absolutely the first time we've ever had a guest that got into tech and what they're doing now through breaking a girlfriend's computer. We've had a few people that were like inspired by teachers and things like that. In runs in the family, but never. I broke my girlfriend's computer and was like, "Oh, I'm going to be in the doghouse. I need to figure out how to fix this." So I love it. That's exactly why I like to roll back the clock that far and kind of get those beginnings. And I mean, that's awesome. Being, getting taken under the wing of Microsoft back in the day and being brought up to Seattle. And yeah, I mean, if you were building in the early days in DCL, a lot has changed now. Man, I mean, it's looking sweet in there.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just sort of getting used to actually some of the new layout and stuff because I was stuck out of the world for like most of 2025. But yeah, super excited to have you here and finally be getting to link up a little deeper, and definitely excited to dive into static.
Yeah. Jose, you had a question or
And I
comment?
see we got Trislet in the house. Hello, good sir.
Do you hear
Dragonate,
me?
thank you. Our faithful bot IG88 sub geode was here from the start.
Do you copy me?
Yes.
I see Jose frozen.
I hear
Uh,
him. Yeah.
looks like
Okay,
easy
now
is
I
not.
hear you. You might want to kill your camera because I maybe it's my internet, which Costa Rica doesn't have the fastest,
I'm
but
going.
I hear
I'm going
you.
to.
I hear you
I'm
now.
going. I'm going to reset quick.
One second.
Okay. Jose's doing a quick reset. We had
Cool.
a little bit of lag happening. Okay, now you're good, I think.
Yeah, yeah. I was figuring we had some latency issues. I just wanted to add something because you mentioned like not not being like an artist, more into the logical dimension, right? And I have been diving through Umberto Maturana ideas, which is a biologist that um, his addition to the myths is the concept of autopoiesis that says that living beings are recreating themselves. And I just shared something on the chat that he says that emotions are not separated from reason, but are fundamental in the sense that our emotions what shapes our desires and our language, and the more aware, the more we acknowledge that, the more we align with the concept of being ourselves. So it's just wanted to make that connection to that concept that I'm checking out. I think it's pretty cool, and happy to know that you are taking a neuroplasticity approach to your integrality.
Well, that's good to know that there's scientific reasons behind my drive to do this. I don't know why. I can't. It's like I can't put it down. I sit here for 12, 14 hours a day and wish there was more time in the day.
Oh man, I think that there was something happened with blockchain as like an idea in the early days, at least, that attracted a bunch of nerds and weirdos and artists like us that just can't put it down. It's
Right.
like it's running in your brain all night. You want to do this and that and more and more. And it's like, it's just such a great mix of people that have been here for years. And we of course newcomers will fit into that as well. And it's more of a broad, we are getting sort of more of the normies and stuff that are maybe more used to like social media, and now that we have more Web3 social media, they're coming over and finding all this crazy cool stuff. But I definitely think that since the early days, there was just something about blockchain and the promise of that technology and freedom and
The
being able to
freedom.
build. Yeah, being not being censored, or that decentralization. Those ideas really clicked deeply with a wide variety of, and I think I totally lump in devs and coders as, creatives just as much as, an artist or a musician. We're all making stuff.
Hmm.
Even if it's just, hosting a show, or like there, it's just been a really cool ride, and so many great people are over in the mix that, yeah, I think there's something happened there with the people with our, kind of type of brain sets and way of thinking.
What I really love about it is, like I said, I've been doing tech support for about 20 years. I've also oftentimes wanted to get into development and things like that. But usually it's, oh no, you're not a developer, you're a tech support. You stay in your role over here. And so when I found Decentraland, I was like, well, this is mine. I'll do whatever the hell I want. And so
Nice.
it was fun to and like I said, I bought in at the high time and
Of
spent
course.
way more money than I should have on a parcel. But today, I feel like that was nothing of an investment for what I've gained, not just in the things I've learned, but the feel, how it makes me feel. It's meditation. It's my escape and everything. So even though I bought in at the high time, I still feel it was worth the investment.
Awesome. Yeah, and it's experiential. We learn as we go along. I've definitely bought it. I did the exact same for crypto voxels, basically. Like bought at the
Hmm.
top, got a parcel in Origin City for like multiple ETHs. And there's probably been a few times maybe where I was like, oh man,
Yeah.
I'm so dumb. I regret like spending that much on this thing. But in the long run, and looking back
Right.
at it a few years later, I'm like, no, this was like I got that. I had been in and had sort of a loner parcel where I built my first gallery and stuff, and it was this part of this journey. And you make mistakes, and like I said, I don't look at it as a mistake now. I might have, like, when the market crashed and I was like, oh my god, what did I do? I'll never be able to recoup
Hmm.
that. But it's a part of history. It's like a part of my history.
Yep. Yeah, it's like I said, it's worth it to me. I try to compare it to how much would I have paid to go to school to
Mm,
learn in a structured, organized way that would have been down a path that I didn't care about and wasn't interested in. So at least this way, I got to set the rules and decide what I wanted to learn. And I mean, really, it has been such a learning experience. I mean, the things I can make now, it just blows me away. I love it.
awesome. Yeah, compared to, like, exactly, you brought up, the kind of schooling aspect and how much we learn in these processes. I mean, compared to like a college loan, I feel like I got out pretty easy with my
Yep.
crypto losses.
For sure.
Awesome. I'm seeing a couple people in the chat. Great to have Subgeode here, Trislet. Awesome to have you with us. And who else? I saw someone else that jumped in. Oh, Rather Mercurial was here. And I'm going to go pop over also into the house on Farcaster and just sort of open that up as a chat in case anybody's watching over there. But yeah, I think we can roll into getting into the static of things.
Yeah, so I'll continue with the history because that's kind of where this all started. One of
Awesome.
the things when we were doing events over there, I started in about January 22. So, think back that far and how events were going. And, when you did a live stream, you had to change the code and redeploy your
Oh,
scene and tell everybody to refresh.
brutal. Yeah.
So to me, that was one of the biggest things I saw, and was like, we got to fix this. So What I did was, and it started from the jukebox at the Genesis Plaza. So I took that jukebox and I was like, let's see how this works. Okay. So the jukebox had a button and you could change between audio. Okay, cool. So I set that up and I built my own version of it. And I was like, okay, well, can we do this with video? That was a long time to figure out because it was not as straightforward and as simple as audio was. But eventually I got it to where I had 4 buttons with preloaded videos on them. I had to stored them on Vimeo with the M3U8 and everything like that. So I put them on Vimeo, and I was able to put content in there. And then one of the buttons was Sinful's live stream. So because I had been working with him, for a long time, he had been hanging out, and I put his URL in there for his live stream. So now we had 3 videos and a URL, a live stream to watch. So when you had a live stream event, you could, when you were done, users could just click a button and pick whichever audio or whichever videos they wanted to watch. I really liked when I first set it up, I was kind of trying to like, oh, how does this work for multiplayer? When I click a button, I want all the video to change for all the users. And I was like, well, no, let's just leave it per user because live streams, you're all watching the same thing if you're clicking on the button. Now, if let's say you come to a live stream or an event and you're like, well, this isn't really my scene, but I want to hang out with the people here. So now you can go to a live event, click a different button and watch another video while you're hanging out with the people, still chitting and chatting, and everything like that. So that's pretty much where that started, was that need. And then it just kept growing from there. Let's see. Yes. So I created the live stream server. Oh, okay. Yeah. So let me back up for there. So got into doing my own live stream, and Wowza is the one I went with. That's just the first one I picked, and they all kind of have their things, but there was just kind of how much it cost and what very limited in what you could really do with it. And I was like, well, I think I could do this eventually. So I kind of put that off hold for a little bit, and then Wowza started giving me some trouble for live streaming, and I was like, that's it, I'm done. So that weekend, I went and built my own HLS live stream server hosted on Google Cloud Platform. So I now have my own live stream. I don't have to go through Wowza and do all this stuff and everything like that. So I did that for a little while, kind of used it on scene and everything. And then, so after we got that all working, I got everything nice and working with those buttons. Then I said, well, let's see about a website. And I was like, okay, cool. So I went and created m1d.io, and for Decentraland and m1d.io, which is down now. I took it down a couple days ago. It had 2 different versions. So the guide on m1d.io was a copy of the guide in Decentraland. So I had to anytime I made changes, I had to double do that. And I was like, well, that's not future proofing my situation. So once I got that all working, everything was, going along good for a while. And then I was talking to somebody and they were like, oh, we want to be able to restream. Can we restream from your HLS server? And I was like, well, I don't know. Let me see if I can do that. And so I blew up my server. It stopped working. And I was like, I had been wanting to rebrand it anyways, and I'd already bought the name, thestatic.tv. So there was probably 2 weeks where I just left it sitting there and, talking to my wife about, I just don't even know if I want to get back into it. And I was like, well, I can't leave it like that. That's just not how it works. So even if I'm not going to use it, I got to go fix it, and then I can just turn it off. And so I went and fixed it, rebuilt it. I built a whole new HLS server. And then I was like, well, let me try this. And once I was able to make a connection from Decentraland to my the static TV and the databases, once I made that connection and got that working, it was just snowball after that. So, I mean, now we have so many different control options, monitoring, we have rewards, we have tipping, we have everything. It's crazy. So yeah, that's the story, and that's where we sit right now.
Dang, that is a lot of tech, I do believe, on the back end. And yeah, it's been incredible to see sort of the progress from the early days of barely being able to stream in and everybody being like lonely sharded And you know, then like sort of like being able, okay, we can now get like 100 people in the same location, or 70 or whatever it was. And now there's just, you know, there's music streaming and people watching movies and all this cool stuff happening, you know, pretty much all the time. So it's great to see. And I think a lot of people, especially people like myself that weren't as versed in the technology when we first got into blockchain and crypto, it was like, oh man, in a couple, you know, within a couple years, this is going to be dominating like gaming and entertainment. No, it takes 10 years to make a video game. It takes, you
Yeah.
know, 5 years to make a metaverse that can sustain like 100 people in the same place and like have the music work and the video. Like it all just takes so much more time than I think probably a lot of us thought in those earlier days. And, you know, now I'm like, oh yeah, 10 years from now, it's going to be, you know, insane. We're going to be able to do like anything. And who knows what the kids that are getting into it now are going to be building, plus the AI tools. And like, so I think the acceleration, we're starting to hit a point where we will see more acceleration into the types of gaming and entertainment and streaming and, you know, compatibility with like your wearables between different metaverses. And, you know, I think we're starting to get to a place that's sort of a tipping point.
Absolutely. I mean, just in the last, I would say 6 months, maybe. I mean, less than a year, more than 6 months, just the improvements and what we're seeing creators build in Decentraland is just increasing so fast. People are learning and making great scenes and tools and wearables and everything. I mean, it's amazing where we're going right now.
Heck yeah. Awesome. Well, maybe this could be a good time if you want to screen share and fire
Sure.
up the old static.tv and we can get a little view of it. I think I'm going to have to turn off my camera for you to be able to start screen sharing possibly. So I'm going to kill my video for a minute here.
All right. Let me know if that all looks good. If you can see everything.
Yeah, but we have some
Awesome. Well,
latency
maybe
issues. Like I
this
can
could
hear the
be
screen.
a good time if you want to
You can
screen
hear
share
the
and
stream.
fire up
Which usually
the
doesn't
old
happen, and we always want it to
static.tv
happen.
and we can get a little
But right
view
now
of it.
it's
I
not
think
the
I'm going to
moment.
have to turn off my camera
Let me check
for you
my
to start
audio
screen sharing
here.
possibly. So I'm going to kill my video for a minute here.
So you can hear, it must be from someone else. I'm not seeing.
Huh? Maybe it's coming from your mic.
I can hear,
No.
I think, here, Jose,
It's me.
yeah, so I'm hearing myself shortly after. My guess was like the DCL tab or something, but
Are you guys
if you have that
watching?
muted, then it wouldn't be that.
Yeah, are you guys watching the stream anywhere?
The stream. When I put the stream volume down, it stops.
Uh-huh.
The screen sharing that we are doing here in Discord.
Huh. Oh, screen sharing. All right, let me see. Maybe screen sharing. Yeah, can I turn off the.
I think there's an option before you screen share that you can plug and unplug that is about sharing the audio.
Okay, let me try that again then here. Yeah, this is another reason why I'm trying to do stuff to get rid of some of
No
this.
worries.
All right, let's see here.
This is
So,
good testing.
Yeah, yeah. We have figured that it's easier to when a product is good, it's easier to use the product that to screen share on Discord.
Yep. Perfect. Perfect
there
grade
we go.
score.
Mute audio stream. Okay, I found it. So let's see if this works
Nice.
now. How's that? Can you?
I think we're clean.
Yes.
Yeah,
Clean.
perfect.
Okay,
Oh man, and
good to know.
everything looks so cool.
Okay,
Great.
so
we're good.
Yeah, where do you guys want to start? We'll go as, let's see here. So I have a couple of different users, and we'll just start with, sorry, let's see. Okay, so duplicate, and let me just get rid of here. All right, so this is the home page here. This is what everyone would see when they come to the static. The menu, everything is up here at the top when you're on the home page. You have a few different things. Hamburger will take you into the guide, and you can see live now. So that's the anchor, the temporal anchor. Eon Eye is kind of my alter ego. So that's what this stream is for, what I'm running on right now. So as you can see, it is live. If we were to click on it here, so we're going to go right into it. And now I know it looks like what we were just looking at, but because that's what we're streaming is what we were just looking at. But yeah, so that is what you would see there. And then so go back to that got a little confusing on my eyes there. So if we go back, so yeah, you have the live now that you can see. Signals, this is still being worked on. It should be only videos, but it's pulling live in there. Well, I've had this fixed a few times, but I keep doing something and going back to something else. So that will be just VODs, so like recordings and videos you upload. We do host video. We have a video hosting option, and we record live streams too. So let's see here. Okay, so nodes is the
Nice.
channels. Go ahead. Was there a question? Oh, sorry. So nodes is the live stream channels. This is where you'll see all artists. And I'm working on the layout of the buttons here. I need to figure out what I want those to look like. Because when you get widescreen, they're kind of stretched. But again, cosmetics, no big deal. And then you can do following. So if you follow, I'll show you when I pull up my other user, but you can, whatever channels you decide you want to follow, you'll have those in your list right here. Main terminal, this is kind of something I'm working on for playlists and things like that. That's going to be people will be able to build playlists, or we'll have house playlists and things like that too. So that's a feature that's being worked on a little bit more, but it's getting there. So let's go back here. All right. And so again, we're back on the home page here. Every channel has a chat that is specific to that chat. Because we're in the root access, this is the house channel, the default channel, because I'm going to build channels with rooms of the genres and music and interests and things like that. So you'll be able to go to that room, listen to the music you want, and have chats with people that have similar interests and things like that. So that's kind of where we're going with these chat per channel. I deal with that. So another thing here as well, I've added, you can click on, let's see, you can click on a user's name, and we have like DCL, and it shows a little card here and more information if we, as we add that there. So yeah, you'll be able to click right on a user's name and see information about them. I know what that is. I'll have to take care of that. That's something. All right, so that's the chat. Oh, and you can also change the font size if you need to scale those a little bit more. We do have notifications that you can set up if you miss notifications. It's all internal to the site. I haven't put any kind of external notifications in yet for text or emails or anything like that. I'm still trying to decide what I want to do on that. But it will definitely, we'll visit it and see what happens. Now, you can also click on a user here because I'm the admin is why you see ban. As a regular user, you would see ignore, and you can ignore that person. So if you don't want to hear, you don't like what they're saying or anything like that, you can just go in and ignore them, and then you can unignore later on if you needed to. Same thing with when it's your channel. Sorry, let me open up this other one here again. Yeah, so when it's your channel, so like right here, this chat that is in my Anchor Time channel, this is specific to this chat. This is the dashboard.
Good. This is looking really nice.
Thank you. So this is the dashboard for the channel, and we'll get to that and we'll come back to that in a minute and go over those in details. But for a channel owner, I can come in here and I can click on this person and I can ban them, and they will be banned from the channel altogether, or from this chat altogether. So that way, as a channel owner, you can decide who's not allowed to be in the chat at all. But if someone doesn't like what someone else is saying, they can choose to ignore them on an individual level. So I kind of wanted to make sure we had those features in there to just help people to be able, because the whole point of the static is freedom. And so I can't ban someone from a site that's supposed to be, I mean, if we get into breaking laws, then there's different rules for that. But when you're just talking shit someone else doesn't want to hear, it's not my problem. I mean, they can mute you.
Love it.
I don't want to tell people how to talk. Yeah. Sorry, what were you
Yeah,
saying?
absolutely. Oh, just I love it. This is, I think, the best approach to be able to have an open community. Anybody can come in, but you do have personally, I would have, the ability to okay, yeah, I don't want to deal with this, type of topic or conversation. I can just mute, and that takes care of it without, having some authority coming down on people because I didn't like what they had to say
100%.
or whatever. Yeah, I'm all for this approach.
Yeah, but we still have to make sure that we have options, and that's why I say we pretty much the way the static, the way I want it to run is, as long as you don't break any laws, we don't care. It's you do you, and if the law comes to us, then we'll just be like, hey, yeah, right there. Because that's the safest way for the static to stay free from corporate money and everything like that. That's the whole reason. Like, there's no free services here. We're not YouTube, we're not Twitch. We're not just open arms to try to bring everybody in. We want serious producers who want freedom of their, to control their content and to control their channels, because any channel you create is transferable. You build a channel up, you can sell that channel and just transfer it over to another owner. So we're really trying to drive ownership, because same thing with other social medias. I've often thought, oh, I hate the social medias. I'm not on any social media. I don't do Facebook. I don't do Twitter anymore. I don't do any of those things anymore. I was like, this is all just, there's so much noise in there. I was like, I wonder if it'd be cool to start a like a pay social media site, because sometimes people might feel better about paying for something that there's not a bunch of garbage on, noise and things like that. So I'm kind of, that's what I'm hoping this takes, with the static, and people appreciate that it's not free because of what we're trying to build here.
Yeah, it's so hard. I've been off of Twitter for months pretty much. I mean, I check in to check my DMs a couple times a week, and I do put the show posters and info up, but it got to be so much of my time was trying to avoid people, some OnlyFans model, trying to start a conversation with me. And I'm like, I do not want this. I do not have time to even go and mute all of the scams and fake job offers and weird nastiness, and just it's overwhelming, the amount that you have to wade through just to try and get to some cool art and dope music and interesting blockchain stuff, where it used to be, and it still, I think, is the kind of super highway for that type of stuff. But I just find it so much more pleasant to be on something like Farcaster, where I have the channels that I want to check out, nature and photography and music and these things, and I can feel like I can connect with people much easier. And so having it a paid service then eliminates a huge amount of the bots and the super low effort kind of AI slop and all this stuff, where you can have something where there's going to be, it might not be right to your taste, but it's going to be more genuine, real people using it, if there is a little bit of a paywall to keep out some of the static.
Yep.
So this is great.
The nice thing is, the way I set this up too, is and again, I'm jumping all over the place, but one of the important things about this is, I say it's a pay service. There's a paywall. you as a creator, once you build your fans, you don't have to renew your subscription every month. You can renew it even if you have Spark banked up, because the buying the plan is the only way to get a discount on the Spark. So let's say you're going along, you've been paying month to month, every month you renew your subscription. Well, now you've built a fan base and they're tipping you Spark, and now you've got enough Spark this month. You're like, I don't need to re-up my contract this month. I'm good. I'm good. You don't have to. You can just roll right on. And then next month you're like, oh, I'm out of Spark. Okay, I'm going to re-up I'm going to renew my subscription this month. And then 2 months later, you don't need it again. So that's up to you. Or even if you have enough Sparks, maybe the smart move is to go ahead and buy the month anyways, because you're getting a discount and that'll go in your bank. So
Interesting.
yeah,
Well,
it's going to be
let's
where,
let's
yeah,
jump
sorry.
into some of that. So
Okay,
yeah, I think we sort of hopped right into, Spark and
sure.
the page service and stuff like that. Let's kind of break that down for people that are here with us and might be watching, over on X or YouTube and other platforms.
Sure, sounds good. Let's see. So again, back here on this home menu here, you can go straight to this little icon right here, info and docs, and here's where you'll be able to find all of your information about the static for users. And we have get started. The get started is for getting started on the static. We have DCL developers. This is how you use our SDK that we've already put out, and you can purchase that individual. But right here under the pricing, all right, so here's where we get into the pricing things, and we'll come back to that 0 point in just a moment here. So the Spark Fuel, and Spark is what fuels and drives streaming. All right, so all of your streaming is paid for via the Spark. And when you buy Spark, there's systems that deduct each, every minute you're streaming, it deducts this, and there's monitoring in there to make sure you have enough Spark to stream. If you don't, it'll tell you, oh, you can't start your stream, you need to re-up and everything like that. So basically the way that it comes out to is $5 an hour for the Sparks for streaming is pretty much how the services, doing all the math and everything to keep the site running and pay for the services and to be able to continue developing them and everything like that. The average was the $5 an hour. Now I know you can go to Wowza or some of these other ones and pay maybe $2.50 an hour or something like that, but you don't get any of the tools and features that you're going to be getting here at the Static. You don't get a cool chat. You don't get integration with Decentraland and other metaverses to come. You don't get a cool profile, no tipping and anything like that. So that's why we're more, we cost more than the others, because we provide a lot more services. Excuse me. I'm going to grab a drink of water real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I mean, that makes sense. You have to be able to maintain and grow the platform. So, especially for somebody that might already sort of have a following built up, where they might have had a little income from their streaming, to be able to come over and have all these features and be able to have their target audience be able to join and maybe not have as much, like we're saying, cutting through that noise of some of the other platforms seems like it would be good for a lot of streamers.
Yeah, and no commercials. We don't do commercials on the website. Now, streamers, channel owners are free to do whatever commercials they want on their own channels. That's totally their call, not ours. But we don't want to advertise on the Static so that we don't have to worry about algorithms and data collecting and everything like that. We want to stay
Nice.
nothing. I don't want to deal with trying to figure out how to do data collection. I got better things to build. So I'm just ignoring all that. We're not gonna do data harvesting. We're not gonna do advertisements for outside people. Now, one thing I might consider is channel owners, people who are streamers, if they want to, maybe I'll add a little advertisement area for them to advertise about their products or their streams or their brand. I might do that, but streamers can put whatever advertisement they want on their channels. That's totally up to them.
Cool. Yeah, I love that, because it's so disruptive when say YouTube or whatever, you're watching a video or a live stream, and it's the worst in a live stream. And an ad pops up for some random like medication or lawyer service or like whatever it is. Freaking Tai Chi is like the popular one right now. And it's just, it kills the vibe and the flow of everything so much. And then you're like trying to
Hmm.
catch up kind of in the live stream. You've got to wait that like 15 seconds or whatever it is. And so I love that there wouldn't be ads forced upon you. Yet, if you know, I had my channel and then I decided I'm going to get back into, you know, selling the awesome CBD products that I worked with for years, I could, you know, make a funny little commercial about that and put
Yep.
that in my stream or at the end or at the beginning or something. So that's
Yep.
cool to have that freedom, but not have it forced on you.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm glad you guys are really getting it, man. It's you know, it feels good for people to be feeling what I've been feeling while designing this. So that's nice. I appreciate it. So that again, $5 an hour. You know, you can purchase in increments of 50 cents. So however you want. You as a content creator or streamer, you have a Spark, a tipping gift bank is what it's called, and then you have your channels. When you purchase your Spark, you say, I want this to go to my gift bank, or I want it to go to my one of my channels. And then the reason we do all of this this way is we're not an exchange, we're not a security. You know, you when you buy Spark, you're buying a gift card basically. You're prepaying for services, so it prevents it keeps us from having to be file all kinds of securities and all this extra paperwork and taxes and all this different stuff like that. So that's the reasoning behind that. And
Nice.
I'll show you some more cool things once we get through this screen here too. Okay, so we have the different passes here, and I kind of broke this up into two. I gave two options for two levels, basically. So you have the relay and the transmitter is for your hobbyist kind of entry level. Maybe they do a little bit more, whatever. So you have an option there for your hobbyist, and then you have station and beacon, which is where you're moving up into more production people who are people who are going to be doing multiple streams, and just different stuff like that. So yeah, you can choose any one of these and you just click bypass and it's going to take you to the payment thing. And we use Polygon for the Spark and all of this stuff. We do the 0 point pass on Ethereum. We did the stuff on the on Pol here because it's a more you're going to be doing more transactions. You're going to be purchasing Spark, and we don't want you to have to pay gas every time you do that. A lot of gas and everything you do that. But what we did do is I'm very excited about this. I just created the NFTs over the last couple of days. I have my you mint them directly from the site, and it's an Ethereum NFT that will go to your wallet just like any other NFT. And this is a lifetime pass for 50 hours a month, and these other things that come on here. So
Wow.
you get 50 hours a month every month. You get 1080p because we have different quality of streaming for different levels that you're at. So you get the top level. With the 0 point pass, you get everything that's included with the others, and then some extra stuff like that. So let's see, concurrent streams. On this one here, what that means, unlimited concurrent streams, is you can have multiple streams and running at the same time. Some of the other packages are limited to how many channels they can have and how many they can have running at the same time. So let's see. VOD is video on demand, so you can host your videos or live streams, and you can store them here. And then
Nice.
here, the founding patron badge is 1 through 10. Those are the NFTs that are just made, and they're pretty cool looking. I like them a lot. I was excited about it. Governance participation. Yeah, governance participation is these 10 users are going to drive the direction and features from the streamer creator user side of the static. I have things that I'm already put into place that I want to build and do, but I want to take I want to let these 10 people kind of be the driver of what the other side of the static wants. So you guys will, whoever purchases these will be able to vote on what is important and what gets changed about the site. So that's what
That's that's
yeah.
super interesting. I don't think I've seen like, because you think oh, okay, so I have an NFT that's gonna give me voting rights. Generally, that's for a DAO. But
Mhm.
it's almost impossible to run a business that's a DAO. So
Right.
this is a really interesting take of having sort of like, it's almost like an executive
Correct.
producer, like slot. Yeah, that's really interesting, and a cool way to approach things. So you have these early sort of people that are helping to get it off the ground, but also being able to have somewhat of a say in what
Right.
direction or what new features might be at the top of the list.
Mhm.
Because hey, they're putting in the bigger bucks at the beginning. That's really cool.
And I mean, it's giving ownership, because I don't want you to just give me your money and stream. Great. I want some help on taking this in the direction that the creators who are going to be using it want it to go. I'm only a
Right.
partway streamer. I like building the stuff more than actually doing it. Uh, let's see. So yeah, and that'll come with like any of the other tools and the add-ons, because I've got things I'm going to be putting a marketplace in here where you're going to be able to buy 3D assets. You're going to be able for scenes. You're going to be able to buy things for your stream like splash pages and lower thirds and the cutaways and all those things like that. I'm going to make packets of those that you'll be able to go in and use your Spark to purchase those as well. So your Spark isn't going to be just for streaming hours. At some point, it's going to be for being able to buy things from the static marketplace to use in your streams.
Cool.
I think, yeah, and receiver, anybody can come and watch the static. You don't even have to sign up. You can just come and watch. Now, you do have to sign up to be able to chat or like or things like that. So, but if for anybody just coming and wanting to watch it, they don't even have to put in an email address. They can start watching right away.
Wow. So so anybody can come and be able to watch
Hmm.
without having to do, click anything and share emails. And then what was the differentiation from, not being a streamer per se, but being able to join in the chat and things like
Hmm.
that? Then you basically make an account or
Correct. Hmm. Yep.
okay. And is that just a wallet sign in or just a social sign in, or it can be either, or is it both?
It's Google or wallet address.
Okay,
If
cool.
you can sign in totally anonymous here. I don't require any information, email or anything like that when you sign in with your wallet. If you're not a crypto user, wallet user, whatever, then you can sign in with Google and do your stuff that way.
Nice.
There are some limitations, and I would have to check these out when if you're going to be doing Decentraland, I think you have to be signed in with a wallet because that connection is made via the wallet. You can
Right.
sign up with Google and connect a wallet later as well, so you have either or option.
Nice. Yeah, very, very Web 2 friendly as well, which I think is
Right.
important because
Yeah,
especially
we don't want
people.
to run people off.
Yeah, exactly. You want to be able to invite people over, make a post on, whatever social media, and have people be able to come and check it out. And then when they see it's cool, they can, even if they don't even have a crypto wallet, they can jump in and join with an email and then be able to at least get into the chat and stuff. That's
Well,
nice.
and you can stream and everything with an email too. I
Oh,
don't think
wow.
you'd be able to buy the 0 point pass because the just purchasing the pass here is the blockchain part of this. And
Right.
then purchasing your Spark and everything like that. The streams, like your regular channels, those don't check the blockchain. This one, if you're a 0 point holder, when you log in, it checks your wallet. If you have this, you have a
Right.
lifetime pass. So you can transfer this wallet, and the next person come log in, or this NFT, the next person come log in, they now own that channel for you.
Pretty dope.
Let's see. Okay, so yeah, there's a roadmap in here. There's a really good knowledge base where you can come in and I put a lot of information in here that should answer questions. If you find questions that you're not, or if you find something that's not in there, by all means, do reach out and let me know. And that's as simple as coming up here, and you can submit a support ticket with different categories. Once you do submit support tickets, you can find those in your user profile where we can communicate with each other back and forth.
Nice. Oh man, having direct like comms with support is a huge
Yep.
plus.
Yeah. And again, it's just me. I'm the only one building and supporting all this stuff. So you'll be
Right,
talking to
right.
me.
But still, it's like there's, these days, especially with the AI like assistants and
Mhm.
stuff, you try to get some help on some platform, and it's like, oh man, it's a headache sometimes dealing with
Yeah.
that when there's no human in the loop even.
Right. Let me show you. Let's see. Yes. Okay. So I'm just looking for. I'm going to go to my admin section here. I just kind of want to show you. I haven't really showed much of the back of the house, but I'll show you this here because it's kind of cool and I like it. Issue tracker. So here's the support ticket that is going on, and I can communicate back and forth with the person there. For me, and this may get turned on, this might be a feature I turn on for the 0 point holders. You see this little red thing down here? So this
Yep.
is for me right now. Anytime I'm browsing through the site and just kind of checking things, I can open up this little thing here and take a note, and it tracks the page that I was on. Was it a bug, a tweak, or an idea? And then that, oh, yeah, that goes to right here. So I can come through all of the suggestions and just start cleaning those up.
Very handy.
Yeah, that's something I might turn on for the 0 point pass holders. Okay, and so now let's get out of there. I kind of want to make sure, since we're talking about the streamer benefits and tips and stuff like that, let's go ahead and take a look at that. So I'm going in now as a user who is going to check out Eon Eye. So I'm going to go over here, tune in. Okay, I can see how many people are watching. They are live. This over here, what you see here is part of the chill to earn reward system. I've already maxed out for the day, so we are rewarding users for watching content.
Very cool.
Let's see here. So live is the live channel. Sorry about the mirroring here. Let me see. I don't know.
Good.
Yeah. Anyways, it's just going to keep mirroring. I'll try to get out of there. So you leave the live tab, and now you go to the archive, and here's where you would be able to see all of this user's video on demands. Once my stream is done, the live stream will be here, so you'll be able to see that as well. We have certain different retention times for different levels that you're on. You can purchase permanent video storage. So like, let's say there's this video, you're like, I don't ever want to lose this one. I want it always available for my viewers to watch. You can upgrade that to be a permanent one.
Nice.
So yeah, streams, uploads. So this, if you're in archive, and you can see all, or their live stream recordings that they have the history, or their uploads. So you can kind of drill down on that one. Now, what's really cool here, all right, so here, this one is the info about the streamer. So you can click on that. And the social media links are supposed to be here. I don't know if I have any or not, but they were there and I can get them back. But yeah, this will be the info card about the channel owner, not the channel. So there's that. Let's see here. Okay, so me, I can, let's see. Yes, I am as me. Okay, so if I follow, we have follow, and we also have like the stream. So I'm following the channel and I liked this stream. All right, so you have those two different options there. So here is where we get into the two different tipping options. And you notice one is a $sign and then one is the Spark. Yeah, so you can tip Spark. Let's see, I'll just do 4, sure, whatever. Oh, this is really cool too. So Mr. J Stickle is going to tip Eon I 4 Spark. All right, go, go, go. Boom,
Nice.
transfer complete. Now, if we come back over here and open up our message, bam, Mr. J Stickle injected 4 sparks. Go, go, go.
That's dope. And this is on Poly.
That was Spark. You buy
Okay.
Spark with Poly, but no, you
Yeah.
can
Oh,
come
okay.
right back here and you can tip Poly. So
Oh, nice.
creator
Okay.
viewers can tip you to cover your video streaming, or they can tip you to cover your breakfast.
That's nice.
Right. It's up to them. And we don't touch any of this. This another reason, like I want to be simple. And if I wanted to go take a cut of whatever was going through here, then I would have to file all kinds of licensing and taxings and become an exchange
Mhm.
and all this. We're just an app that is providing this payment thing here. So we don't touch it. It's none of our business. We don't get any of it. It's 100% yours.
That's great. And yeah, less interference from the man.
That's right. That's right. So let's see. We did archive, liking, following, Spark. That we did the info. We've gone over that. Yeah. I mean, what am I missing? What did I forget? What? Let's see.
I mean, pretty super solid. So I know that you said there was maybe some scenes and things you can buy, and I know I think earlier on you said there was some integration into Decentraland.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk a little bit about that integration with Decentraland, because it seems like it would be really cool for people to be able to maybe, like, I don't know, like apply to have a slot in a place where where they might be able to go live, or put in like a really cool music video they made or something that would play at said parcel. Anything like that sort of in the works, or?
Yes, already done, but now I have to. My Decentraland has been chilling too long, so let me actually close that and reopen it. But yes, I just put that in today.
Very cool.
Let me see here. So, and feel free, if anybody's watching, they can come to 128 negative 122, which is where I'm going right now.
I would
This
jump
is
in,
the
but I don't want to kill my
yeah,
bandwidth too much and then have this audio all drop or something.
that's a good idea.
Let's
See.
I see his corner over there.
All right, so let me get back here. Oh, okay. So while I'm here right now, this is pretty cool. This button right here is only accessible by the Static citizens. So if you're not a member of the Static, you can't come into this room. I've also put a feature, and I'll show you that in just a minute. I put a feature in here to block the whole scene for private parties for citizens only. So yeah, I made this leaderboard kind of stuff, and I see you, Cabrera. Thank you. I appreciate that, being our newest member here at the Citizen, or at the Static.
nice.
Top tip channels, so you can see who's bringing in, most popular based on their tips they're getting. Chill to earn. So this will be the leaderboard that a lot of people are interested in, who's earning the most points, who's hanging out the most, and things like that.
Yeah.
And then we have top supporters, who's the biggest tippers.
Cool. A little gamification is always good to have in the mix.
Yeah, and then we'll go back out here now, and I'll show you some of this other stuff you were asking about. All right, so we have multiple controls here. So let's just start here. So I'm on the website, and I can control the scene from there. This is an admin one. I'm working on a per channel one. You already have per channel stuff, but this one's got a lot more in it than the other ones do, because this was for my scene when I was first started. So we can trigger events. well, I say that. Let's see. Yes. Okay. So there is one of our smart items that I made. So this is our Digifog. We can slow it down, and then we can do the dancing stars. Obviously, there's time delay going between from here and everything like that. So we have our
Oh
dancing
yeah.
stars. All right, and I can turn those all off. Mhm. There we go. If you've seen my speaker animations, so here, this is my speakers that I made, and there's quite a few different animations in here. We'll do the heavy one because it has the most dramatic change when you see it. Boom, drop the bass. You can switch it up to these other ones here. And then you can also do it from the guide. So we have, we can change that. We can do our heavy again. Boom. And then we can turn them off. We can turn our stars back on. It's a lot faster here because it's right there.
Really cool.
Ad hoc video. I was definitely testing that out today. I don't have a URL handy, but yeah, it's there. You can come and well, no, only admins can do this. We can test it later again. I can grab another URL and try it out. I don't know if I have one. I'd have to see. So you can kick and ban users, and again, we can do that from the website as well. So, for example, this enable citizens mode. This is so we're turning the build into private party event only. So we enable it here, and now we see it trigger over here. So there's an invisible box around the whole build, and you just can't come into it. If you do trick your way into it by loading or something like that, there is stuff in place to teleport you 200 meters in the air.
Security bots, I like it.
And then, yeah, so we can turn it off here, give it a few seconds. You'll see it show up over here as well. Hopefully, I might have to refresh that. I putting in some of the refresh things. Yeah, so there it is gone. You can also do, there's a welcome message that's disabled right now. You can turn that on if you want everybody who comes into the scene with max shows per it. So if you have an event, you can put, title and messages in there. Yeah, here we go. All right, and then if we watch our screen, good day DCL. So we have our little message box up there. Says broadcast. Refresh frames. Okay, so frame manager for me, I have 32 framed images around here, around this build. I can go in and manage every one of those from right here. I can change the image, put different information in there about it. What's really cool is we can, for my situation especially, I have a lot of pictures, image frames up, so you get a 3D layout of it. You can look at floor by floor. When you find the one you want, you click on it, and you can come in and edit it all right here.
Awesome.
Let's see. We have stats on which was clicked, what's been the most. Ooh, I see people are liking the 0 point. Yeah. So we can see what's been clicked on the most. We can schedule frame. Let's say we're having an event, and I want these pictures to be presented during this scheduled time. You can do that. Any profile images that are used on the site, if we want to, we can just pick one right there, and that'll become the new picture. So we can change all that information up. The idea is I would like to have it where all creators' images, their profile images, randomly change on the images around the build, so everybody gets airtime.
That'd be rad.
Yeah, and you can sort by, if let's go to where'd I go? Where'd my sorting go? Oh yeah, right there. Duh. So you can sort by if it's branding, partners, available, event postings and things like that. So you have options there of what they are. So visitors, this is really nice. And as a matter of fact, let me show you what users get right now on that one. So for if you own a if you have a channel, you get the SDK included, which is for scene metrics. It monitors your scene and sends these metrics here that we're looking at. So this is a perfect one. So at the other M1D HQ, the original one, where Sinful does his shows, tonight they had a be on the NFT there. And so we can see from this metrics tracker that there were 32 visitors to his event tonight, and there's 12 active right now. You can see new versus return rates, returning, new, and you can see the people who joined. You can also click on and get drill down metrics on those people, how often they've been to your site and everything. So pretty
Awesome.
cool there.
Some good metrics.
Yeah, and it comes with instructions on how to. This is literally all you need to get this running on your scene. It comes with, there's a full and a light. The channels come with a full, and the full gets you this, the guide here. You just don't get, oh man, what's going on there? You don't get the admin controls and everything like that because those are custom to my scene. I can work with people on creating custom layouts. Yeah, that's definitely something
Nice.
I'm open and willing to do, is creating custom things for you. Even all the way up to if someone is like, well, I want my own website with all this. Cool, I can do that. You know, we can definitely hook that up. Let's see. Probably got too much going on here tonight. Get out of there.
This is rad.
But yeah, so you do have those controls there, and let's see here. So the scene metrics, you get to track all of that. Yes. The gift, and then support. Okay, so let me go check out a channel now because there are more metrics there as well. So the full studio, and then metrics here. So here you can get watch time metrics on your channel. So you'll be able to track, different things. And some of these numbers, like 129, some of that needs to be, I guess that makes sense. 129 hours, 57 minutes. Sure. I would like to see it in days versus hours like that. So just kind of little small things like that need
That'd
to be
be
tweaked
cool.
a
Yeah.
little bit. Yeah. Viewers, how many, average daily watch time, things like that. Source breakdown. Oh, this one's cool. This tells you where it's being watched more on Decentraland or on the site, so you know where more of your traffic's coming from. And then same thing with,
Nice.
are you getting more traffic on your live or your video on demands? You can break these down into date ranges, today, 7:30, or custom. Say you have an event and I just want to track that day, so you can do that. Let's see. Yeah, it kind of breaks down your watch time. And again, that's the nice thing. That's another reason why paying a premium is okay in this situation, because you tell me any other site, you can go talk to the developer and be like, hey, can I get this tool added?
Yeah, no, I think it, good time to get in while you can get your ear nice and quick.
Yeah, and we talked kind of like one thing I wanted to offer to anybody tonight. If any of your listeners sign up for any of the plans, I will do a buy one get one. So if you sign up for an entry level plan, I'll give you the next month free as well. So you can go and sign up, and I'll
Nice.
just be able to keep track of it. So anybody that signs up between now and we'll say before January 1st at midnight or whatever, I don't care. I'll go in and
Awesome.
add
Yeah.
another month onto them. And I also wanted to gift a, let's see, which ones was it here? I want to gift a couple of things tonight, and I'll let you guys decide how that's going to be raffled off or given away. But I want to give away one relay and one transmitter, pass to
Wow.
somebody for a month. And then I will also give away 1 year of scene tracking metrics. So So you can install this on your scene, and then you have to, obviously you have to have an account on the static, but you can install the metrics monitor on your scene, and it's a very simple couple of lines of code. Then you come back to your thing, your profile, and you'll be able to have metrics on your scene. And I'm going to give that for a year because it's $5 a month. If for the service, it's a monthly service, but it is included with channels. So it's only $5 a month if you just want the metrics monitoring. If you want the guide but don't have a channel, it's $10 a month. So you get the full guide and the metrics and everything like that. So I'm going to give away 1 year of scene monitoring for a user as well.
That is super generous. Very cool. I know Zal was in here earlier. I know that it's getting pretty late for him. I actually was on a call with him earlier today, and he was having a pretty busy one with a couple of shows that he was doing and stuff. But he does a lot of streaming, Wave Wars. He does the Zao meetups and other stuff. I mean, they're streaming pretty much daily. So
Nice.
I definitely want to include him in the raffle or whatever we do for this, because he could be a good, I think a good user and a good person to sort of be testing stuff out. Yeah, this is looking really cool. I just went over and the last few minutes here and made an account for myself, so I'm in. At least with, I just did a quick email sign up, and I don't know if it was on my end. My wallet wasn't wanting to connect very easily, but I did see that I can add that afterwards.
Yes, you can convert.
Maybe I'll try and let's see, go to my profile here. Okay, link wallet. And I don't know why. Well, it's good I have you live here. I am trying. So if I click link wallet, nothing seems to be popping up. I'm double checking. I signed into
share your
my
screen for me if you can.
earlier. Okay, give me 1 sec here. I'm going to, oops. I'm signed in. I'm gonna choose Polygon. Okay, let me come over back to here, and I will screen share. Let's see, I guess I'll choose application. Discord, yeah, okay, so I'll just do this, and then this. You see my
you've got MetaMask signed in and everything like that?
Yep, I'm signed in.
Okay.
I just double checked that. I am signed in.
Okay.
It's taking a little while here to load. It might just be laggy for me. I did choose Polygon. So looking at
I don't
here.
think
So I'm just gonna
Polygon matters. It should try doing it on leaving it on Ethereum, because the Polygon's for purchasing. But let's see what.
Okay. It was on just everything when I started.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take a look
I actually tried. Yeah, I tried that before choosing email, and nothing came up either. So not sure if it could be something on my end, because my
hit your edit profile over here. Oh, okay, I see. Let's see. Okay, that is for the chill to earn. Go over to the left and hit your edit profile under your name over here. Sorry, I can make that go down a little bit more. Down a little more. Yeah. There you go. Click that. So there you go. Let's see. Okay. So I might need to put. I thought I added a way to add your wallet in here. Okay.
And I
I'll
don't
look into
have.
that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put here just.
That's your Twitter username.
Yeah, I'm just gonna add that so I can link.
Yeah.
Let me go back down there again. I'll even might as well put my here so people can recognize me.
And again, any bugs you do come up, I am a single developer, and I go to town on it. Sometimes I skip things or miss things, and sometimes I accidentally turn things off.
All good. Okay. So at least I do have an account.
Yeah, and
Got
that
my
link wallet is
profile up there.
for the rewards, and
Um,
I'll get you. I need to go in. That's one
right.
thing I was looking at was the sync linking wallets, so I'll check that out again.
Nice. Cool, cool. Man, really, really quite impressive. There is a lot to sort of digest. I like that there is a lot of features, a lot of good comms channels, it looks like in here. And
Yeah,
yeah,
the
very
the
awesome.
info page has a lot of stuff in there, so that's a good place to start. I tried to put as much information as I could in there because I know people are like, "Wait, what is this? What's going on?" There's a lot.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. But it's great to have that deep integration with the Decentraland. I do think that it's a great spot for being able to do a music show or an art festival, anything like that. Seems to be, I think it should see some growth also this year. Hopefully,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
nice
and
the amount of work they've done.
we can integrate with other things eventually too. As once I get over there, I'm not sure how fast I'm going to be looking at others because my plan is to
Hmm.
set up virtual rooms for every channel. So you would be able
Oh
to, as a
wow,
channel owner, you would be able to. It's an add-on, obviously, because that's a lot more going on there. But the plan is
yeah.
that you will be able to have a virtual room for your channel for users to go into and hang out as well. And then the lobby will be a virtual, there'll be a virtual lobby and a 2D lobby. So I haven't decided which one I want to do first. Other worlds or just work on our own.
Right, right. No, well, and yeah, probably also, choosing another world to tackle. There's probably a lot that goes into that, whether,
Mhm.
how up to date is, how do they handle streaming,
Right.
Hyper-5 versus whatever. It's yeah, I'm sure there's kind of back end stuff that would make a difference on choosing what other metaverse to add in this much functionality
Yeah.
to,
Or just make our own. So that way creators can
right?
just have their own little room.
That sounds really dope.
Yeah, I've got
Awesome.
there's a couple of big projects. That is one of them. There's two more big projects coming added onto this later on, and I'll just kind of leave people hanging on that.
All right. Yeah, giving us a little something to use for the next time we bring you
That's
on. And yeah, for
that's right.
sure, definitely wanna have you back when you do have, another you know, big chunk of something to share with us. But
Oh
this
yeah.
was this was a lot already. Like this is really impressive that you've put this together. And I can see sort of a culmination of a lot of years being in this space, and it's nice to see something like this that has kind of all the things, but isn't just out in the middle of the public where anybody is you know coming and putting on their whatever AI crazy slop, like uh you know follow this AI like model to the fake beach or something. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess if somebody wants to pay and have an account and stream that, then they can. But at least it
That's
won't be just
100% what
like,
I said.
yeah, we won't be wading through as much of it as it
Right.
is now, kind of in the socials. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to pay me to put garbage out there, go for it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, again, this is built out of lack of options over the years, and just
Hmm.
I have this I can do it better thing in my head all the time sometimes. So, yeah, this is what it's come to, and it's been very fun getting here, and I hope to see it grow a lot more, and I hope to see a lot of community, because I don't even stream. I don't, this isn't really for me. The for me part's done. I have built this thing. It is working, and now I can go show the world, hey, look what I can build. You want me to do contracts? The rest of it's for you guys.
Yeah.
You know.
So cool. I mean, that's pretty awesome. That you saw there was, kind of a need for something like this and built this all out for those of us that are out here streaming and doing live shows and making video content and stuff, to be able to have a place to go and do that, sort of as a more tight-knit community. Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So thanks.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. I mean, I was happy to be on the show. I'm, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, I don't want to do talk shows, and then I get on the talk show, and I'm like, I don't want to shut up.
We always have a pretty good time here on Easy's Corner. It's like no pressure, but plenty of time, and so we generally get pretty into the weeds on things. And yeah, it's been a real pleasure to get to know you a little better and know some of your story and see this awesome product that you're building. That definitely
Thanks.
just like super impressed. And I'm gonna be for sure checking this out more and probably just kind of lurking around and checking out people's streams until maybe me and Jose will be up here weekly before too long
Hey, I
on
mean,
the
I love
static.
it. Yeah, you guys can come on over and give it a try. And like I said, that's the nice thing about it. It's you can try it 1 month. You don't like it, you don't have to continue going. But
Yep.
yeah, it's there, and we're definitely just trying to build a thing here, for Web3 and people like that, because you go to YouTube and there's not a lot there, and if there is, it might not be useful or you know
Yeah.
uh, yeah. So
It's funny. I now pretty much avoid any like, or not any 99.99% of any like crypto stuff on YouTube. Where back in the day, I was watching, like whatever, Web3 gamers and different things, people that, were, because I was also absorbing a lot and learning a lot a few years back. And now it's just like, there's just kind of too much garbage out there and a lot of, kind of fake stuff that's basically trying to get you to click on something that's a scam. And so yeah, it's only kind of a few avenues where I'm like comfortable and cozy in the sort of social Web3 space these days, and this
mhm.
is definitely going to be added into that mix 100%.
Yeah, good times. Well,
Yeah.
like I said, I hope it you know I, I would love to see users come and start creating content here, and just you know getting connected even closer with their viewers and things like that. No
Yeah.
commercials, all kinds of stuff like that.
Yeah, and really cool to be able to do the different style tips. So someone can be like, "Hey, I want to see more of your content here," and tip you a bag of Spark.
Right.
Or you might be on stream and you might be like, "Oh man, I need to like appreciate you guys for any donations. I need to like fix my car, whatever whatever," and people can lean more into like the dollars and that end of things. So
Yep.
very cool to have those options too.
Yeah, I love it. You can get your streaming paid for, and you can get real money. So it's nice, because that's what Google, I mean, that's what YouTube and Twitch do to you. Is they're like, oh, stream, and maybe you can get some money, and it might be a little bit. It might, whatever. Here, you're like, whatever you can earn, it's yours.
Right. Yeah, they take a massive portion, and then you have no control over the ads that are going to be thrown
Hmm.
into you turn on ads or whatever, and like you could be, I don't know, talking on a specific topic like, oh, I'm against the current like medical mafia industry, and then a bunch of like gnarly medical ads come up, and it's like, take this for clean skin, and you might die, and your bowels will fall out, and your eye, you'll be blind, and You're like, no.
Yep, yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. I mean, it's just it's we need it. You know,
Yeah,
we need to quit just being their product. Is basically what it
totally.
is. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, you get
We've given enough. We've given
right.
them enough. All these years, they've trained their AIs. They've scraped every bit of information they can out of us and sold it, and 100 times over. It's like,
Yep.
yeah, I've had enough of that. We need this stuff
Yeah,
for sure.
and hopefully no
Uh,
influencers. That would be nice because they want to make
yeah,
money, not spend it.
Also,
exactly. And if they do come, they come for 2 months, make a bag, and then bail. So,
Right. Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
when I saw the integrations that the static has for metaverse, I remember this old metaverse called Neos. I don't know if you remember that, easy, or if Mr. Stickles saw Neos, but it was a metaverse that had a lot of um, it had a lot of potential for like virtual reality places, and even like virtual reality like music videos, because you had this potential to basically program any pixel on the world and the audio and how it behaves the audio with the environment and so on. And I just saw that through the static the TV I can like have that level of customization without, but you are like abstracting all this like knowledge that you need to actually get that thing working on a Neos, because you need to know code. But through the static TV you have a user friendly interface that you can uh, helps a lot to program your places. So I
Hmm.
think that's pretty great for the final user that is non developer, and cannot access to program tools like the ones that Neos has.
Hmm.
And then I look forward to see the integration like with other metaverses and spaces. I think that can be quite a great tool. And I was like talk with Easy about like Web3 allowing for people to decentralize the narrative, and that's what happens if you own your own like TV channel, which is basically
Hmm.
what allows the static TV to have. And then I think it has a lot of potential. The idea of having like custom um, advertisement, I think that is nailed it with the idea of the CBD oils that he sells. So uh, it has potential for people to maybe own again the messages of the ads that they have from that route of maybe having your static TV channel can connect your audience to your local entrepreneurships that you can support. I think
Hmm.
that has uh, food for thought. So that's pretty interesting. And then
Yeah.
you mentioned about the 2D metaverse or lobby, and I remember Habbo Hotel. I don't know if you're familiar with it. I shared a GIF on the chat about Habbo Hotel. It was like a 3D slash 2D type of animation,
hmm
and an hotel where everybody could have their own room, and you can
Oh.
invite your friends to chat. It was really great, and it was my first connection with something similar to a metaverse or to Web3.
Hmm.
People were able to buy tokens with their uh, cell phone mobile data. You
Hmm.
were able to buy in-game currency that
Oh.
then you were able to trade with others, and you were able to buy furniture and all sort of stuff. It was an
Yeah.
amazing, I think, that milestone for what I think it's cool about Web3, that it was that kind of like gamification and social experience. Definitely something to check it out. It was built by people in Switzerland, I think, and then it was a big thing on Spain and Spanish-speaking countries. But
Hmm.
to me, and for some Web3 natives with similar roots, they remember Habbo Hotel with such a good nostalgia, because somewhat whatever I learned on Habbo Hotel is what I keep doing on the streets of the metaverse, getting to know friends and sharing. Just that the social layer, like aesthetics, are abstracted here and there, but I think it's a cool place where to get some inspiration on maybe a lobby.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who was? we had somebody on, oh man, it was like a year
Oh yeah.
ago, who was
Oh my
working
god.
on the 2D slash 3D metaverse. Oh, Trislet might remember. It was an OG. I'm just totally blanking on who that was that was
Huh.
building it. And it was really cool. We went in for like sort of a little, testing out the beta and stuff.
I was
Oh, what
there.
was it called?
Can't remember
I
that.
think so. We had him on the corner and also at the whip. It wasn't Jesse Golden Cross. It was somebody else back from those early days though. And they
Huh.
were building and it was coming along really cool, and then it sort of, just dropped off my radar, and I don't know if, just market uncertainty and bad timing may have put a either a stop or a big pause on it.
Money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, takes money
Yeah.
to
But
do this
I
kind of
like
stuff.
I like the way that Mr. Stickle is buying as a single dev that is creating hyperstructures that anybody can like access and that are somewhat accessible for the perks that offers.
Yeah.
I would like to see, like for example, how an impact concert can look like using the static.tv to make an experience where we can change maybe the pictures, or maybe the pictures that we change on the metaverse are art pieces by the artists that are sharing the impact project at that moment, and maybe we have
Hmm.
some a screen where the different projects that we are channeling donations to can be highlighted
Yeah.
so people can donate directly. I was trying to think about that sort of stuff because I think that for an event like that, where we can count maybe, I don't know, Felons had a space. I don't remember if it was on Decentraland or if it was Crypto Botzels, but how we can connect with all the different spaces that our friends has on different metaverses that
Hmm.
can be like they can like sponsor an impact concert at the same time, like a
Yep.
fractal type of concert.
Yeah, because you could have an event going on across multiple metaverse worlds, the same event, and people
Oh
are
yeah.
either watching it from the static or they're on scene watching it. I've been putting a lot of work into the mobile device. Once I do go into, I'm going to make a
Oh
mobile
yeah.
app, but more I want to
Nice.
make
Yeah.
a when I do the virtual thing, because I was looking into it. And if I'm going to be doing virtual, don't waste my time on a dedicated mobile app, because the virtual will be the mobile app.
Right.
That's cool because there, people using desktop and maybe connecting to streams on desktop. Maybe I will say the target audience is young people,
Right. Phones.
mobile
Right.
version. When you go to phones, it's people driving, and don't check the phone when you drive. But you can listen to a podcast, you can check radio.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I think mobile allows for that.
Well, also I want to
And
make it
yeah,
where you can stream from your phone. Like you can start live streaming from your phone. That's one of the big things I want to do. Well, not
dude,
that's not one of the big things I was talking about later, but that's one of the big things I want to do with mobile.
Yeah.
Is I want you to be able to pull out your phone and live stream.
that would be huge because I do so much of this stuff. I mean, I happen to be on my laptop for the show today, and lately I've been doing them from the computer. But for, the last 6, 7 years, I've done the majority of shows. And for some of those years, it was like 3 shows a week from my phone, just because,
Yeah.
Discord makes it that easy. Or, when I was in Clubhouse or X or whatever, any of these spaces, it was doable. So having that freedom and convenience really would be an awesome, addition.
Yep. Yeah. That's I just when I was thinking about mobile, I was like, well, that's on the top of the list for sure, because it's just it's so easy to do that, and not only for entertainment and music and podcasts, but another thing about this site is, what about your freedom people who are going out and protesting, or you know doing uh, videos and live streaming of things going on in the world.
Yeah,
So now
censorship
Yeah.
you have a
resistant
safe place
platform.
where, yeah, you have a new safe place platform to come stream your content, and you don't have to worry about
Yeah,
being
that's
sold
good
out
for
or pushed down.
yeah that's good for with the decentralization of the narrative, censorship resistant platforms. Maybe there's something interesting for you to check out between the static.tv and the Hive blockchain, because
Hmm.
they share that idea. There's actually on the Hive blockchain there's a video platform called FreeSpeak it's a censorship resistant platform for videos. I think there might be potential with that
Nice.
audience and the people investing on SPK network. SPK, like S like social, P like pineapple, and K like karate.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't remember what they did. Wait a moment. I think I might have their Discord server yet. Uh, I don't have the ASPK network, but you can check 3Speak Discord. I'm going to share it. This is old stuff for me.
I remember
Looks
Three
like
Speak.
I need an invite permission to join this Discord. That is really silly. Um, 3Speak. How do I share this to you? Give me a second.
Oh,
Now it's
I
personal.
remembered.
Okay.
It was Russ Frankie. It was Russ Frankie who was building that world, and it
I want to
was
share this.
called
3Speak.
Hubs.
Hubs.
Freespeak.tv. This is one of the oldest Web3 video platforms. They found a way in which people uploading videos earn tokens from the freshly printed blocks of the Hive token
Mm.
that are mined by some miners that are called witness in their jargon, and this witness shares a portion of the blocks that they're mined with the content creators, and the money that content creators get, they get it from the distribution of that percentage of Hive tokens um, through the likes of people. So the amount of a stake that you have of the Hive token inside the blockchain is there. It allows you to distribute more or less of the freshly minted tokens. Maybe I see that there's a potential, maybe minimal viable product over there. Maybe there's people over there like influencers that uses this, like Illich or Lunaticanto or Meno, people that I know from this platform that I'm seeing that they are active right now, that maybe they can get benefited from having a static.tv, and they have this funnel where they can get the $25 every month guaranteed for them to escalate and maybe share products through it. Just checking it, just an idea.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely down to work with any other platforms or things. I'm for sure interested in that. I just want to make sure that it stays as a kind of a collaborative, let's do this
Yeah,
together thing, not, hey, I want to make sure we don't venture into
Not
the
not
getting
integrated partnerships, but like
right
just
or getting
building.
money from another company who then can tell us what to
Right.
do.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it always have been a dream of mine to integrate Hive and Ethereum chains, like to have bridges between them, and so I always try to share technology that I saw on the Hive blockchain that might be cool to check, because there's active users over there. And I think about the like blockchain agnostic type of mindset, and I think if you think about hyperstructures, maybe there are certain integrations that projects can make on symbiosis, that
Hmm,
mutualistic symbiosis.
nice. Yeah, I mean, I would love to work with other platforms and things like that. Anything to get this information out there and try to get users to adopt it.
I mean, it really makes a huge amount of sense, at least to me, for anybody that is streaming into or interested in streaming into metaverse, especially if you're doing stuff in DCL. I mean, this is just a obvious kind of fit for anybody doing that.
Yep. Yeah, and don't it's not we're not limited to Decentraland. That's just where I've been. I'm definitely building the static as its own bubble that can reach out and connect to other bubbles.
Yeah, nice. And this has been super awesome.
Yeah, I've had a really good time.
Really appreciate you spending your Monday evening with us.
Hey,
Well,
I'm
sort of.
happy to be on the show.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, if there's more anything else you want to cover, I'm all ears. I know we've had you for about 2 hours, so I always like to give the option, to sort of wind it down. Um, but yeah, I've got definitely wheels kind of spinning, ideas and stuff in my head. And oh, Gareth, nice, glad you made it. Um, and yeah, also really generous of you to make the offer of the free month, and the other free month, and the year of, what was it, scenes, and we'll figure out how to get those kind of raffled off to people that came and
Yeah,
were
we
active
want to raffle them
participants.
to people who are interested and going to do it.
Yeah,
I
I
mean, you give it
exactly.
to
I
whoever
don't
you
want to.
want.
Yeah, I don't want to give it,
Yeah,
have it wind up in someone's hands
I
that
think.
isn't actually going to utilize it. So
Correct.
Yeah, I
Trizlet
think.
or Zal, both
Yeah,
people that
I
I
think.
think would be streaming.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe rather, and also I was inviting somebody today from Unchained Media, that is Rachel. She has this project called Unchained Media. You can check it out on Twitter, and they are like a powerhouse creative. Of it's, I think they are not a DAO properly. It's like a powerhouse online, and I think they do many shows a week, and I invited them, but looks like they have a show at this same time.
Mm.
So, but I think, yeah, there it might be cool to extend that invitation to them. I think maybe we can do a curation of those gifts during maybe January, during all the guests we have, and checking on the people that might be interested. We see there might be potential people to give away that. How that sounds like?
Yeah, I mean that sounds great, and I'm also open to collaboration and partnerships with people. If I can bring someone over that has followers and things like that, I mean I'm definitely open to sponsoring people. So if it's the
Cool.
right fit, I would gladly sponsor someone to come over. I just want to
Yeah.
make sure that it's going to be a weekly kind of thing, because I'm
Right.
looking for. I want 24/7 things playing. So the more
Yeah.
people I can
Yeah.
put
Huge.
on here, especially like a talk shows or podcast or music or comedy, whatever
Nice.
whatever we can do, I will collaborate and sponsor people who are serious. I'm not going to sponsor someone who's like, oh yeah, I'll get on and
Yeah, I
play
got
I
you.
for
always wanted I always wanted to have a podcast.
right.
No, I think a Token Smart channel on the Static would be
Yeah.
awesome, because behind the scenes, we're not really spilling too much beans, but we've been talking about having a Token Smart kind of 24/7 type thing, because we have,
Mhm.
6 years of shows in the bag, all up on YouTube and in different places. So there's old stuff to be able to have playing. There's multiple shows a week on different days here.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, it's not like it necessarily was in its heyday before the old what was it called, Clubhouse sort of came, and everybody started jumping there, and then Twitter. Like, we used to have hundreds of people in these shows
Mhm.
back in the early days, and we've just stuck here. It's a great community, and we still do have shows running, a few different shows every week. So I think that could be a
Yeah.
really cool thing to try and get going.
Yeah,
Trizlet just
definitely.
said, yeah, we have tons of content. I def hear about not allowing people who are not prepared to come with something worthwhile. Yeah, yeah. This we're getting an dinger here.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm open to working with some people, and if we can, again, if we can build this, because this is for you guys. I've already done my part. I've gotten what I want out of it. Obviously, I want it to grow and become more, but if no one signs up for it, it'll just sit there until someone does come sign up for it. So I would much rather get traffic on there and people using it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And if we can do something where we make a
I hear you with that.
show like a weekly thing, that would be great too.
Yeah. I would like to book you with Rachel for that community because I think there's potential for your product with them, at least for them to know them because they have a big radar of creatives and that are active on Web3 native. So I think
Yeah.
that can be cool. I'm going to do so and getting in connection with you. And also, yeah, I visualize like Trislit connecting also on the loop with this and checking things out because that idea of the 24/7 token smart streamings with the content we had is something we have been talking, and might be cool to test things out. So yeah, definitely food for thought. And looks like I have to go. I would love to wrap up with a song before leaving.
Let's do it. Oh man, this was awesome. We will definitely have you back in the somewhat near future, maybe when there's, some more features or any other thing that you have that you want to announce. And this was just an absolute pleasure. I'm sure we'll be talking a bunch in the coming days and stuff, and may figure something out to get a Token Smart channel up on the static and just be, have something that's active at least a few times a week, and then maybe work towards getting, a bunch more material that we have. Just, I don't know how many freaking terabytes Trislet must have of all this content, but it's a lot. It's years of many shows.
Yeah, that would definitely be something we could talk about for sure. I would love to have a 24/7 station. We would just have to make sure certain things were in place because um, that stacks up pretty quick on the server cost. But
Right.
ideally, it wouldn't cost us anything because if we did it right, then the community could fund the channel from time to time with their Spark
Exactly.
donations.
Love it.
I love it. Yeah,
Cool.
let's
Well,
connect this week or
let's have
something
Hose.
whenever you guys want.
Yeah, for sure. Right after, or yeah, like tomorrow, or then right after the new year.
Yeah,
I'm
I
going to
mean,
the beach Wednesday.
cool. I am good. I'm off on Fridays, so we can have long conversations on Fridays. But I'm also, I'm around. This is what I do all day, every day. If you ever reach out to me and I don't respond, there are times when I'm like, I'm busy working on something, and if I
Yeah.
stop, I'll break it.
Yeah, totally understandable. Yeah,
Flow
and
state.
Fridays are good for me usually. Me and Jose have an evening show in house, but besides that, Fridays are pretty open for me. So maybe let's put a
Nice.
tentative call on the books between us all. Maybe Trisla can join on Friday. And with that, thank you all for being here. Take it away, Jose.
Thanks, guys.
Woo!
Woo!
A veces me aferro tanto a los momentos que cuando se acaban me causan dolor. Y ese es mi karma de tanto soñar. Que el tiempo todo lo cambia. Es transformación. Que el tiempo es una distancia que cambia la percepción. Tu frío quítamelo. No me entregues nada. La eterna madrugada nos mira en un rincón. Bailaba sin distracción la canción de la muerte. Nuestro código inherente también se hizo canción. Tanto talento que tienen tus ojos tardíos. Muero de risa con todos tus juegos mentales. El argumento más denso ahora es la brisa de tus valores tan tiernos y tan naturales. Canto y conecto los puntos a tiempo con rimas. Y tú no sabes de dónde van mis disparates. Que manifiesto seguido en los medios días. Que dan color de mi esencia a tus realidades. veces despierto en plena madrugada, como pidiendo a gritos un color, una tonalidad más clara, que luces también color, y notas musicales o signos zodiacales. El arte es un motor, tu frío quítamelo, no me entregues nada. La eterna madrugada nos mira en un rincón, bailaba sin distracción la canción de la muerte. Nuestro código inherente también se hizo canción. Tanto talento que tienen tus ojos tardíos. Muero de risa con todos tus juegos mentales. El argumento más denso ahora es la brisa de tus valores tan tiernos y tan siderales. Canto y conecto los puntos a tiempo con rimas, y tú no sabes de dónde van mis disparates, que manifiesto seguido en los medios días, que dan color de mi esencia a tus realidades.
Woo!
Woo!
Nice.
Woohoo!
Thanks so much, everybody. That was awesome. What a great way to wind down a Monday night, the last show of the year. Yeah, what epic way to close it out. Epic way to close it out.
Yeah, 2025 was a good year. 2026 is gonna be an awesome year too. Just getting a little mystical here. Looks like it's year number 10. So it's not number 1, as I was saying the other day. It's number 10. The 0 makes it 1, 2, but 10 also has its own power. And the power is that 0, that it becomes like the source, right? What does that mean? I'm still trying to find it out. I guess I will find it out in retrospective on 2027. But if it's about seeding, let's keep that in mind. I think it's another year to hold the vibe.
Oh yeah,
but we are getting there, and I know it. I'm a witness of it. So
maybe
that's cool.
maybe that 0 on the end coming to 10 is like a multiplier before we start again. I think 2026 is going to be a nice year for growth. So, you know, we keep doing what we do, hodl the vibes, and stay safe out there. Thanks for being with us.
Adiwa. Keep away from
Adiwa.
Live. See ya, guys.
Oh yeah. See ya.
Good day, everybody.
Yes. Thank
Peace.
you for being here.
Yeah, that was awesome. Night all.